Hey, what's going on, you guys? Simcoe with Positive Warriors over here because it takes a warrior to be positive with regard to your outlook on life. And today we're going to be going ahead and talking about how important it is to be respecting women, to show women respect. And no, I'm not joking. This happens to be something that is an epidemic. No men respect women anymore. And that's due in part because a lot of men today don't respect themselves. And a lot of that has to do with other reasons I'm not going to get into. But with regard to, if you ever wonder why there's some guys that seem to get all the ladies and there's other guys that just can't seem to get any, it's because they don't have respect for themselves and they don't have respect for the women around them. You see, essentially all women are the same. Now, I don't pretend, before I get into this, before I say any more, I don't pretend to be some woman expert. You can ask my mother, you can ask my sister, you can ask my wife, you can ask my cousins. All the women in my life will agree that Simca, Big Sim, ain't no woman expert. And I don't pretend to be, but what I will tell you is the truth. This is the bottom line. Okay, all women are the same. All women want to be complimented. I don't care if they're big, tall, short, skinny, fat. They're all the same, and they all should be treated equally as if they're a unique, beautiful flower, because that's what each woman is. They are a unique, beautiful flower. And the sooner you get that into your mind, the sooner, I promise you, the sooner life will make sense with regard to women. I promise you, it works very, very well. If you get it into your mind that every single woman you encounter, until they prove to you otherwise, every single woman you encounter is a unique and beautiful flower, and you treat them as such, right, with respect and dignity, right, then you will reap the rewards. I promise you. You could take it to the bank. All right. So what do I mean by respecting women? Let's talk about this for a second. Any guy could respect a woman. It's not very hard to respect a woman when she's got, long hair, blonde hair with big booty and all this. That's not very hard. Every guy respects her. I'm talking about the everyday woman, right? The woman who's working 3 jobs to feed her 3 kids, or the woman driving the bus, or the woman behind the cash register, or the woman in the blue collar industries, or in the white collar, maybe she's the secretary. No sexist at all. I mean, wherever the women happen to be, right? They all deserve the equal amount of respect. And when I say respect, I'm talking about different things, like going ahead. When the woman goes ahead, let's say you're standing in line, maybe it's a long line, and there's a woman behind you. Hey, you know what? You go right ahead, ma'am. Go right ahead. I mean, obviously, if you're in a terrific hurry, then, you got to do your thing. You got to go ahead. But if there's a woman behind you, you guys are all waiting, especially, don't let me catch you. I will come over there and smack you. If they go ahead, you see a woman standing behind you, she's got a bunch of armful of groceries and an armful of things she just bought. Don't let me catch you going ahead and just, taking your place in line. You better let her through. You better just pass and be like, oh, hey, you know what? You go ahead, ma'am. I see you got all that stuff in your arms. You go ahead. You go ahead. Put it on the conveyor belt. You go right ahead. Right? Don't ever let me catch you doing that. And by the way, I've already said, unless you're going out on a date, you shouldn't be pushing a shopping cart ever. While we're on the subject of shopping, I don't want to see you pushing a shopping cart unless you're shopping for food. That's the only reason. Honestly, that's probably the only reason you should be pushing a shopping cart, in all honesty. Anywhere else, you got to think to yourself, why am I pushing a shopping cart? What was a shopping cart created for? This is like a separate topic altogether, but we're going to hit this real quick. All right. What is a shopping cart invented for? A shopping cart is invented so you purchase items, so you become a rat in the system, in the what's it called, the merchandise system, where you're constantly the products and the inventory, everything you're constantly buying like a rat in a rat race in a wheel, just constantly going round and round and round. The next iPhone, right? The next car, right? The next house, the next this and that, right? Right, the most updated and upgraded, whatever it is, right? You take a look around me, right? Right? I live very, very simply, okay? And it's because I've chosen to live that way. And that's how I want it to be. Don't go ahead and go on this crazy shopping sprees or anything. If you're a man, don't go on these crazy shopping sprees where you're getting this product, that product. Oh, I gotta have this, that. or I gotta have these shoes, or I gotta have these pants. Don't let me be catching you in skinny little pants. See these pants? They got some nice bagginess to them, right? Don't let me catch you in one of those little, I mean, I have a pair that's kind of tight, but you know what I mean. Those tight pants that show everything. Don't let me catch you in those, because I will get out of the car and I will smack the crap out of you. That's the bottom line. And you know these guns don't play. So that's the bottom line with that. Anyway, man, that was a topic. Back onto the women. Here's the bottom line. You got to go ahead, right? You got to respect the women. Now, if a woman doesn't, she loses your respect because she does something disrespectful to herself or disrespectful for you, then all bets are out the window. Obviously, you know, she's not behaving like that beautiful flower that I said she was, right? But just given a woman, she needs to be respectful and respected. And I see so many men out there, they only know how to respect the beautiful women. I cannot stress this enough. Every single time, all they do is respect beautiful women all day long. They don't give any respect to any other of the women, and then they sit there and wonder why no woman wants them. Now, the women are thinking, well, why should I want this guy? All he cares about is getting something from me. Well, what do I care, right? It's rather you go ahead. You should respect all the women equally, right? And then people will see how honest and sincere you are. That's another thing. Honesty, sincerity. Don't lie. Don't ever talk about another man behind his back. Stuff like that will also get you really, really far. But with regard to respecting women, it is so pivotally important that you understand this, because once you get this in your mind, you will just change your way of thinking, and you'll change your relationship, honestly, to half the human race. That's the bottom line. So listen, if you don't want to take my advice, by all means. I mean, just continue running into that wall, so to speak, metaphorically. But yeah, if you want to make it work, take my advice, see where it leads you. All right, over and out.